Hello, Jane here, and for this practice it'd be helpful if you've got a blanket and a couple of cushions and possibly a pillow, or if you've got a yoga bolster, that's ideal, and possibly a book or a block, but we can manage without that if you need to. So let's get ready for our restorative yoga practice. And now this first one looks a bit tricky, but it's worth the effort. So we're going to start by rolling that blanket, or you could use a towel, as wide as the mat. And then we put cushions and a couple of pillows with an arm's width distance between the blanket and the pillows. And that's going to be for your arm and your shoulder. And we're going to do a side lateral stretch. So come to bring your hips and thighs alongside the blanket. You might want to put the block underneath just to lift it up a little, but there's nothing necessary for that. And then we turn the pillow and just create a little extra height. So if you've got a bolster, you can put the bolster underneath the arm. I'm just adding that book underneath the blankets. So what we do then is we just come to side on lie down, creating that lift underneath the armpit. You might want to put a blanket or a cushion underneath the knees as well. That's always an option too. And what we're going to do is slowly lie down. We're going to get a nice stretch across the chest and across each side of the body. So we slide the arm and the shoulder in that space between the props. And then we take the head to rest on the blanket. Now, you could leave your top arm by your legs on the floor or on that bolster or pillow, or I quite like to take the arm over my head. Gives me an extra stretch. So you choose which position that you'd like to be. We're going to be here for about 3 minutes. So get comfortable. It should be really comfortable, and it should be so comfortable that you feel 100% relaxed. And that's how restorative yoga works. It takes us into that non-doing and the just being state. So you might need to shuffle around and shift around and find the right position for you. I think I'm going to go with the arm over the head. And then settle into stillness. And that's where the magic happens. When we learn to do nothing, that's when the deep work of restoration within the body and the mind can take place. Now, in our busy lives, we always like something to do. So let's concentrate on our breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Now, in yoga, traditionally, we breathe in and out through the nose, but you breathe in a way that's comfortable for you. And if your busy mind wants something extra to do, then let's give a word for the inhale and a word for the exhale. So imagine your breath like the rise and fall of a gentle wave. And as you inhale, you could say the word silently to yourself, rise. And as you exhale, fall. And then I'm going to leave you in silence. And when we're ready to move on to the next side, I'll ring the singing bowl. Now very slowly start to think about moving. And before we do the second side, we're just going to come into a neutral position. So slowly, as if you're in slow motion, up to hands and knees. And then we're going to come into a child's pose, just to neutralize both sides before we move over to the other side. So we're going to come to all fours, sit the hips down onto the heels, and just let the body drape over the bolster or the pillow. Take some nice deep breaths here. Maybe notice how one side feels and then the other. And then we're going to move to the other side. So super slowly, create that space between the bolster or the pillow and the cushions. And then just ease yourself over that pillow or bolster. Rest the side of the head onto the cushions and either take the arm over the head or leave it beside you. Settle in with your breath. Maybe noticing the inhale, noticing the exhale, or saying those words rise and fall silently to yourself. And once again, I'll leave you here for a few minutes and I'll ring the singing bowl when it's time to move. Slowly now, just move out of the pose as if you're in slow motion. And then we'll come into the next pose, which is a lovely stretch for the thoracic spine. So we move the props out of the way. All we've got now is that pillow or that bolster if you've got one. We bring it nice and close behind us and slowly drape our back over that support. So take your time, keep your knees bent to release any strain on the lower back, and then ease your way onto your back, nice and slowly, easy as you go. And then we take our feet as wide as the mat. The arms can go over the head, or the hands can rest on the belly or beside you. And then we're going to let the knees just rock gently in towards each other into constructive rest pose. And this just creates enough lift in the spine. It shouldn't be too much. If it feels too pinchy or too sensational, then maybe ease off. Maybe if you've got a bolster, it might be too much and you could just put a cushion or a blanket underneath. But that thoracic spine quite often gets tight as we hunch over things, a desk, a book, maybe computers. And this really helps to open space across the chest and the shoulders, across the heart space, and create extra space for breath. So lots of deep breaths here. Maybe slowing your breath down a little more. And maybe in this pose, you could start to focus on the pauses in between the in-breath and the out-breath. So breathing in. And notice the pause and whether you're in a rush to get the breath out or whether you like to just wait a while and really enjoy that nice long exhalation. And maybe there's a little pause before you're ready to take the next breath in. A few more breaths here. Now you could stay here if that feels super relaxing, or we could take an inversion by bringing the knees into the chest and letting those legs just hang in the air. Now that support underneath the base of the spine just helps to tilt the pelvis, so this should feel effortless. Having the legs in the air, we shouldn't really feel as though we're putting much effort into this. And it's nice just to turn the body upside down and just allow that circulation system to reverse for a few more deep breaths. Long, slow breaths. And I'll leave you here for a little while. Now, Super slowly, as if you're in slow motion, bring the knees gently into the chest and lower the feet down one at a time onto the mat. Come back to that constructive pose, that constructive rest pose with the soles of the feet onto the ground, the feet hip width apart, the knees rolling in towards each other. And take some nice deep breaths here as we prepare for our final relaxation pose. Just maybe noticing how your body feels, how your mind feels. Enjoying and embracing the state of being rather than doing. And now slowly moving into Shavasana. So for this, I quite like to have a pillow underneath my knees and a cushion or a blanket underneath my head. You might like to put a blanket over you because you might get quite cold just being still for so long. And then get comfortable, making any final adjustments. Becoming aware of the clothes that you're wearing touching your skin. Having a sense of the space around you. Feel the support of the ground beneath you and the gravity from above giving your weight to the floor, feeling held. Now we're going to move your awareness around your body, just noticing how things are, beginning with the eyes, the lips, the jaw. Feel your whole body start to relax. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, just here. And don't worry if you drift in and out of consciousness. It's perfectly natural. But when you drift away, come back to the sound of my voice. Now let's start to become aware of the sounds. Sounds that we can hear outside the room. Sounds a little closer. Coming back to the sound of your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Taking a moment to find your safe place. Place you can return to at any stage where you feel secure and calm. And in this place, there's nothing to solve or fix. Just be. Now observe the thoughts, the mind, and the images. Let them all show up now. And then let them go. Let go of the past thoughts of the day. Let them drift away as you become aware of your breathing body. Nice, smooth, effortless breath. Let your awareness sweep from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, feeling a wave of relaxation. Beginning to count backwards on each exhale from 10. As you count back, imagine you're walking down a staircase. With each step, you get heavier and more relaxed. And now let go of the counting. Bring your attention to your mouth, to your lips, your tongue, the left cheek, the right cheek, the left temple, the right temple, left ear, right ear. Feel your forehead soften and smooth. Feel the muscles between and behind your eyes relax. Become aware of the hair on your head. Bringing attention to the right nostril, the left nostril, the bridge of the nose. Let your eyes deepen and soften in the sockets. When you let go of sight, your inner vision becomes brighter. Notice your right hand, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, palm of the hand, wrist, elbow, shoulder, right side of the chest, the right armpit, the right side of the waist, right thigh, knee, ankle, top of the right foot, sole of the right foot, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, the right heel, the back of the leg, the buttocks. Now bring your attention to the left hand, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, the back of the hand, palm of the hand, wrist, elbow, left shoulder, left side of the chest, left armpit, left side of the waist, left thigh, knee, ankle, top of the left foot, sole of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, left heel, back of the leg, buttocks. Feeling both of your legs heavy and grounded. Take attention to the front of the body, a soft spot at the base of the throat, the chest, the belly, the pelvis, the whole front of the body light and spacious. Take attention to the back of the body, the base of the neck, upper back, lower back, sacrum, tailbone, the entire back of the body at ease. Feel your whole body lying there on the floor. Imagine you're looking down at yourself from above. And as you relax, feel the breath rise and fall of its own accord. And I'll leave you here for a little while longer. slowly begin to deepen your breath, starting to wiggle fingers and toes, and then just slowly start to think about moving. Reaching the arms gently over your head, stretching the fingers away from the toes, bringing the knees into the chest, slowly rolling over to one side. Make a pillow with the hands and just remain there for a few breaths. And then when you're ready, slowly bring yourself back to a comfortable seated position. When you're ready, big inhale, sweep the arms over the head. As you exhale, bring the hands to your heart center and take a few easy breaths here, in through the nose and a nice sigh out through the mouth. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day. See you again soon. Bye.